we're here at BimmerFest Europe here in Holland. We're at a special track, special venue.
Location is raceway Venray. It's like in the south of the Netherlands, so it's easier for everybody to come down.
There's people here from Germany, people here from the UK, all over Europe. It's a great show. So we're going to take you guys around, walk you through the whole show, show you some of the special cars we don't get in the US, also some of the special cars with really cool mods and all of our friends around the show. So we're going to start with the Christian Vidal F80. This is a car built by 27 Performance.
24/7, yep.
It's a crazy time at the Nürburgring.
It's a 707 right now. It could do a little bit faster, but he's practicing and he's coming from Spain all the time. Carl changed the car setup and then he needs to get used to the car. So I think probably this year it's going to be sub-7 for sure.
It'll be a sub-7 minute car. And the idea of it is it's pretty much full interior. It has a half cage. It has some Recaro pole positions in it. Moton 3-ways. It has a special diff and special half shafts from Carl at 24/7. And they set up the complete car.
That's at least one of the cars. It has the 24/7 AP racing brakes, fully set up just for the Nürburgring, because Christian only comes here for the Nürburgring.
So they brought this from Germany from 24/7. There's also another car. It's actually the M2.
Let's walk over there. So this is another car built by 24/7. It's a Paragraph 5. He's the owner of the car, and he organized track days, test days throughout all Europe. So it's not just a Nürburgring car, but he tested around Europe, different tracks, different racers, and his choice is Moton 3-ways. So you can tell a little bit more about the car.
This is an Alpha N carbon hood, so it's a full carbon CS style hood. There's also a full carbon trunk and wing, which is also from Carl at 24/7 Performance.
Correct.
Tells a lot of the carbon bits, and they're really not for aesthetic. They're more for performance, more for on the ring to get the weight down and get the downforce in.
He has the AP brakes as well, because that's really the choice that Carl at 24/7 Performance wants. Same with the Motons, the Schmickler wheels, Recaro seats, so everything is there just to do a perfect track day.
All right, so let's keep on walking down the show. So another car here we wanted to highlight is an F81 CS, which, as everyone knows, there's not an F-Series M3 wagon made, especially the CS version, and this has a really cool story. So this is a buddy of yours that you've known in Holland.
Yeah, well, it started off as a 318 diesel chassis.
Yeah, so he bought an actual CS that had the roof crash from Switzerland, and he transferred every single part over to this car. This is a complete CS. Everything has been transferred, the subframes, all the inner fender. The only part that needs to be fabricated on some of these wagons is the rear bumper. From the door to the taillight, all of this has been fabricated in, because it's how you transfer the fenders over from a sedan. Every other part, the front wings, the full interior, all the Alcantara, the motor, the subframes, the brakes, every single part is M3 CS. So it was transferred over from the M3 CS to the 316 diesel. This is actually something we could make in the States, because we did get the F31 platform, but this is just really well done, because it's exactly how BMW would have made the M3 wagon and would have made the CS version of it, and then this is modified. So it has a Remark exhaust. This is concave or forged wheels. So it has, of course, the Venray intake and all the normal parts that we would do, and it's fashion gray, which is an individual only order color that you could get with this car. So it's a super cool car. I wanted to highlight it here while we're here at BimmerFest Europe. Let's keep walking. All right, so you guys will notice some really specific cars. Venray CSL G81 is there. We did a video on that. Make sure you guys check that out.
And the G82 over there.
Yeah, the G82 is over there. That really cool Adro build here. G80, really nice Venray parts. We'll keep on walking over here. This is kind of the star of the show, the Z8, kind of a forgotten car that's now coming back into fashion. A lot of people are buying them.
So the minty G82 you've seen before at the HQ at Moton. We did the suspension for this car. It has massive amount of power, 750 horsepower, right?
Yeah, it's going to make up to actually 1,000. And we actually put a set of Moton 1-ways on the car, and it just got off the Nürburgring. And what did the driver have to say about the car?
Well, it was amazing. It was a little bit soft. It was Imran who told us to make a kit that was a little bit softer. Then we knew that the car was going to go in the ring, and we upgraded it, the suspension, especially in the back, because it was squatting too much, but now it's pretty solid now.
All right, so Adro's also here again. There's another Adro build with their front end. Really cool wrap on this car. This also looks like it has an Alpha N carbon hood on it as well. All right, so we'll highlight one of the partners that we work with. It's our R44 car. This is Mexico Blue, individually ordered. It has the full MHC kit on it from R44 guys. It of course has the Venray intake, which has been a theme kind of with the whole show. Great color. It's really close to Santorini, but I think it's a little bit of a lighter color. This is a factory Porsche color, kind of a historic color for Porsche. Looks really great on the G80. I think the G80 lends itself to the bright colors, as you guys know, because we did the Ruby Star, and then we've had Isle of Man. This also has like the R44 exhaust, digital taillights as well that people go with. Really nice build. Really cool to see R44 here. So let's keep moving along the show, Dan. We couldn't walk by buy the XM without making a comment about it. The design's really grown on me. Really, the two colors it shines through is all black like behind us, and then also like a Marina Bay or another bright color really shows through the XM design. And we'll continue to walk to see one of the first G87s here at the show. This one has a crazy Hot Wheels wrap, but the neat thing about it has the full kit from R44. It's got the front lip, it's got the side skirts and the diffuser. So we really wanted to highlight all that stuff because we're going to have it soon on our car and also in the shop in stock. We can walk around the car real quick, Dan. Another cool part that this has is the HRE Flowform wheels, which are the box wheels that HRE makes. They're actually made in Japan, and they have the full offset for all the G-Series cars, the M cars, and the M2. It's an auto car, which is different from ours. We have the manual. We can get some close-ups on the R44 kit. We're going to have it soon in the shop. Transition from the M2, we walked over, found BMW has a G82 GT4 on display. Do a quick walk around, show you guys some of the neat features. We've never been able to see one in person, so we found it here.
Let me open up the gate, and then you guys can get a better vision.
The new BMW M4 GT4 original factory car.
Yeah, so
BMW.
factory built from BMW.
Yes.
And offered through motorsport dealers.
Yes.
And there are only 3 motorsport dealers in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands only 3, in Europe 8 till 10. And this kind of cars is the same as the M2 CS Cup Sport car, sold through those dealerships.
Motorsport dealers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those dealers, Sean, are specialized in selling the cars and specialized in service the cars.
There's about 5 dealers in the States that sell these cars, and these are built on the OEM platforms.
Yes.
It's not like a GT3 car, which is a full, totally different car, basically. So all these panels will line up for a factory car, for a road car. They're all just tweaked for racing, for BMW Motorsport customers to go and race either in a series for these cars, or they're homologated to run different series in the States and here in Europe. So you could buy one of these cars and do the Nürburgring 24-hour if you wanted to.
Yes, you can drive in the GT4.
GT4,
but there are also customers who buy that car, drive track days.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have a lot of money to spend, and they love cars. On the road, you can nowhere drive very fast. But
exactly, and certain customers want to have a factory race car from BMW Motorsport. So the price would be different in Europe, but they're about $200,000 all said and done plus tax, basically, to get one of these. And these are built by BMW for customer racing, for GT4 Cup, and for just track day guys. We were at Spa, we saw the guys with the GT3, which is actually a track day. He actually just told us there was one of these on Spa doing some more testing. So these are cars that are all over the world racing in all of the Endurance Series and the GT4 Series car. So this has an S58 motor from the street cars. It's not a P Series motor, which is motorsport only. It's supposed to be more affordable for most people to go. Most of the body panels are the same as OEM, but they have all differences. Like the canards can be added to a factory bumper. It has a special GT4 front grille, which is different from the OEM. It has a special front lip.
It's carbon doors, very light and heavy with magnets to close.
Fenders and bumper OEM, Dan. The hood is special carbon for the weight. It also has this duct in it, and the whole entire hood is made from BMW for the GT4. So it has the AP racing brakes. I think they're a little bit different from the GT3, which are also AP racing.
GT3 is a little bit more expensive.
More advanced. So it has a forged lightweight wheel made by SII Motorsport. They're made especially for the GT4 cars to be able to fit the brakes and also run the size tires that they need to run for the series. These are actually really cool wheels because they look kind of like the OEM, like from BMW. They still have the same style, but they're special for this car. We'll open it up and show you guys kind of the seats and the steering wheel that's inside. So of course it has the carbon Recaro seat, and I believe it has the same wheel as the GT3, the same steering wheel. So the Fanatec wheel is actually the same wheel you can buy to do sim racing with. They actually developed the wheel. They produced the wheel for BMW. It's very similar kind of setup to the GT3. Again, everything is a lower cost thought process when they built the car. Factory built race cars, you guys have seen at the shop, the M235IRs that we work on, the M2 CS Racings that we work on. This is sort of a similar type build, but just it's the new G chassis. So it has the spacers for where the steering wheel is. He just said it has adjustable pedal box, adjustable seat, so for multiple drivers, or for father and son to kind of get in with the different sizes to have fun.
Nice to adjust for people who want to start the racing.
So this is 550 horsepower. It basically comes as it is. In the past, BMW had USB sticks that kind of determine the power level. Kind of moving into the back, it's another Perspex glass for weight savings on the GT4. Each of the cars built at BMW Motorsport have an actual motorsport VIN, which you can see here, M4 GT. This also has a full air jack system on it, so you plug it in, air jack the car for quick jack purposes, for changing wheels and everything. We can move to the back of the car. Gooseneck wing, very similar to the GT3 style, but this is a more simplified wing, easier to change. It's supposed to be cheaper to replace than the GT3 parts. The trunk comes off with the easy access jack points, and then back here is where the air jack goes into the back of the car for lifting, for quick wheel changes and everything for the track day. You don't have to jack the car up. Customers get spoiled with the air jack system and they don't want to carry jacks with them. them for the rest of the time. Car is full air conditioning. Again, it's based on the street platform. All right, so this is a great opportunity to see really up close in person the GT4 car. Brand new out of the box. This is a brand new car, never been raced. So let's continue down to the end of the show and we'll show you guys some more cool stuff.
So we're here at Autotop NL. They have this G80, it's Zanzibar individual color. This car is on ALS kit, our adjustable lowering spring kit. We released a couple weeks ago. The car is very easy to drive. It's a very comfortable drive. The other side of the booth, they have the F82. It's the M4 sitting on the Moton suspension 3-ways. The car is set up to do only ring lap and some other track days here in the Netherlands. For example, Zandvoort, or they go to Belgium to Zolder.
This is another track tool car.
Yeah.
So the 3 track tool cars that we found all are on Moton suspension, Moton 2 or 3-ways.
So the owner of this car, he's a very big fan of JDM as well. You can see that by the wheels. He used to use a lot of JDM cars before, and then he decided to get into the BMW M performance cars. His only choice was the Moton suspension for this car.
Yeah, so those are the ZE40s from Ray's. Track day wheel, really nice touch for the Yas Marina with the blue wheel. Let's keep moving down the show.
Awesome car.
Yeah,
Love it.
It's amazing. All right, guys, so we wanted to close out the video with these 2 classics behind me, one being E23 and the E30 sedan. E23 is on a full BBS kit, period correct kit with the TRX wheels. TRX wheels are a certain size of millimeter wheel, only available in Europe. They modified them, made them a 3-piece, and then put the car on bags. Super clean build, very period correct, super nice color, has the buffalo interior, which is a really special part of the E23 cars. The other car behind me is the E30 sedan. Looks like it's on airbags as well. It has a really nice motor swap. I think it's an S38 with some Hartgood parts. It has really nice RS BBS wheels, really cool Euro type style build, some of the nicest classics we've seen. We're actually going to close out the video with a cinematic experience of this whole entire show. There's some other really cool classic cars here and also some really neat builds from Europe. We'll see you guys in the next video.